Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In our historical series, we've journeyed through India's economic past, from the Indus Valley to the Gupta Golden Age, and the challenges during British rule. Today, we pivot to the present. What defines India's economic status now stick around as we uncover the economic story of modern-day India. India is one of the fastest growing and most diverse economies in the world. It has a population of about 1.4 billion people, with a young and dynamic workforce, a large domestic market, and a strategic location in Asia. India's GDP was estimated at $3.3 trillion in 2022, making it the seventh largest economy in nominal terms and the third largest in purchasing power parity terms. India is ranked 5th in the world in absolute GDP ranking in 2023. According to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, India's economic growth has been driven by various sectors, such as services, manufacturing, agriculture, and construction. India's trade policy has been oriented towards openness and integration with the global economy. India's total trade, exports plus imports, was $1.37 trillion in 2022, accounting for about 41% of its GDP. India's main exports include refined petroleum, diamonds, packaged medicaments, jewelry, and rice. India's main imports include crude petroleum, gold, coal briquettes, diamonds, and petroleum gas. India's top trading partners are the United States, China, the United Arab Emirates, Bangladesh, and Saudi Arabia. India has identified several priority areas for its economic development and transformation. These include inclusive, equitable, and sustainable growth. India aims to reduce poverty and inequality, improve living standards and human development indicators, and promote social justice and empowerment for all sections of society. Lifestyle for environment, life. India seeks to balance its economic growth with environmental protection and climate action. India has committed to reduce its emissions intensity by 35% by 2030 from 2005 levels, increase its renewable energy capacity to gigawatts by, and restore million hectares of degraded land by. Women's empowerment. India strives to enhance the participation and contribution of women in the economy and society. India has launched various schemes and initiatives to support women's education, health, entrepreneurship, leadership, and safety. Digital public infrastructure and tech-enabled development. India leverages its digital capabilities and innovation potential to create a digital economy that benefits all citizens. India has developed various digital platforms and applications for health, agriculture, education, commerce, skill mapping, and culture and tourism. Multilateral reforms. India advocates for a fair and rules-based global order that reflects the changing realities and aspirations of the world. India supports reforms in international institutions such as the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. India faces several challenges and risks in its economic journey. Some of these are COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has adversely affected India's health system, economic activity, employment, income, and fiscal situation. Inflation. India has experienced high inflation in recent months due to supply-side disruptions caused by the pandemic lockdowns, rising global commodity prices, especially oil prices, and strong domestic demand recovery. High inflation erodes the purchasing power of consumers and businesses, affects their savings and investment decisions, and constrains the monetary policy space for supporting growth. Fiscal deficit. India's fiscal deficit widened to 9.3% of GDP in 2020-21 due to lower tax revenues and higher public spending amid the pandemic. While fiscal stimulus was necessary to mitigate the economic impact of the crisis, it also increased India's public debt burden to 90% of GDP in 2020-21. High fiscal deficit and debt limit India's fiscal flexibility for future contingencies and crowd out private investment. Structural reforms. India needs to undertake structural reforms to enhance its productivity, competitiveness, efficiency, and resilience. Some of the key areas for reforms include land acquisition, labor laws, taxation system, infrastructure development, financial sector, agriculture, education, and health. India has a bright future ahead if it can overcome its challenges and capitalize on its opportunities. India has several strengths that can help it achieve its economic potential. These include demographic dividend. India has a large and young population that can provide a source of labor supply, human capital, innovation, and consumption demand for its economy. India needs to invest in improving the quality of education, skill development, and health care for its population to reap the benefits of its demographic dividend. Domestic market. India has a huge domestic market that can support its economic growth. India's middle class is expected to grow from 50 million households in 2018 to 140 million households by 2030, creating a massive demand for goods and services across various sectors. Entrepreneurship. India has a vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem that fosters innovation. India ranks third in the world in terms of startups, with more than 50 unicorns, startups valued at more than $1 billion. India's startups are creating solutions for various social and economic problems and generating employment and wealth for the country. Digital transformation. India has made significant progress in digital transformation. India has the second largest internet user base in the world, with more than 750 million users. India has also developed world-class digital platforms and infrastructure such as Aadhaar biometric identification system, Unified Payments Interface UPI digital payment system, and India Stack, a set of open APIs for digital services. India's digital transformation can enhance its governance, service delivery, financial inclusion, and innovation potential. To conclude, India is at a critical juncture in its economic development. It has the potential to become a global economic force and a leader in the post-pandemic world. However, it also faces several challenges and risks that could derail its growth trajectory. India needs to pursue a balanced and inclusive growth strategy that addresses its current and future needs and aspirations. India also needs to collaborate with its regional and global partners to tackle the common challenges and opportunities that the world faces today. That's it for today's video. Thanks for joining in. If you want a deeper dive into the topics we've covered or stay updated on our future explorations, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay curious, stay enlightened, and see you in the next video.